Hello everybody, we're going to have a look at VoKEY, which is a sampler for the iPad, which is just got onto Audiobus. Okay, so it's a fairly basic, straightforward sampler. Comes with a few samples which we'll run through. But what I wanted to do with this is, because this has no audio copy and paste, which makes it incredibly difficult to get any sounds from other apps in there, I wanted to see if there was some way we could get sounds in there. So the general setup here is that I've got the Roland GW8 triggering the VoKEY with the standard camera connection kit for MIDI. So it's very fast. This is an iPad 2, by the way, so if you've got anything higher than that'll be super quick, but this is fast enough. Also using iRig, I've got iRig plugged in, and I've taken a mono feed out the back of the little Miniac VKey synth. The left channel, I don't have a Lisa Sidedock or anything like that, so I can't record stereo into the iPad yet. There is a way to do this. All these cables, and I haven't got a stereo to mono converter, but I've just sent for one. So if you've got an iPhone or an iPod with some synths on it, you can get your sounds into there via your stereo mono converter straight into iRig or any of the guitar adapters. So first of all, I'm going to have a look and see how it samples with this into this. Okay, so that way we can get some clean sounds into the sampler that we can then use in Audiobus. So let's just also, another thing I've noticed is it's got quite a good sampling length. But there is one big drawback, and if anybody knows how to sort this out, let me know, because it would be great. Anyway, so first of all, before I go into that, let's just sample this sound. So we hit record. And stop, and it'll bring up the wave here. There you go. So theoretically now, the Roland and this should play that sample. So it takes a sustain off. So also now the Roland should play it. So that's great. So we know we can get a nice clean sound into VoKEY that we can now, let's just save that and save it as a VKey for now, and hopefully into saved. Oh, there it is, the very last one. So I'll select that anyway, so it'll load it again. I don't know why, but it will. And it's there. So here's the big drawback. Okay, while I was doing this, I did notice that although I sampled a C, it didn't map to C on this or this. So I don't, this is it. So this is it, what we played. So it's actually playing a D, I think. So what I'd need to do is transpose the Roland down if I wanted to play this in. Actually, hang on. looks like it transposed it to F. There is a way to do this, of course. You can just transpose the Roland now to play it in the right key. However, that is a major pain. And also, some people aren't just going to want to have it hooked up to a MIDI keyboard. They're going to want to play this keyboard, which is going to be absolutely impossible if you want to play in tune. Okay? So if the developer's watching this and wants to tell me how to map the right note to the right key, that would be great. Or if anyone else has got any great ideas. And I tried this with the guitar. I sampled some guitar yesterday. That worked fine. But I sampled a F sharp to have to get it to play C. So I don't know. Anyway, other than that, which is quite a big drawback, but other than that, it's okay. It plays good. Let's have a quick listen. You can time shift as well, which sort of maps everything to the same speed, so that, you know, you're not playing sort of something that starts at the wrong time when you're playing a chord. So that's quite good. Other good thing as well, I think. So you can hear on the VKey that that's a monophonic sound. Well, of course, now once you've got it into VoKEY, it's a stereo sound. So if you've got some really neat mono sounds that you want to play in polyphonic, then you can. Also, let's have a look at as some website. You can loop it as well, or you can reverse it. So if we reverse that, right, it's still sampling. Okay, now let's have a look at some of the other sounds it comes with. It only comes with a few sounds. You hit saved, piano sound. Also, the piano's in key, so let's just drop that down. Sounds more like a harp. Let's have a look what else we've got. Strings. Not brilliant, but not bad. Of course, also if we unplug iRig, we can then sample anything through the microphone, like your vocals, or if you can get sounds from outside. So also I would imagine that if we sampled from outside and not through iRig, exactly the same thing would happen. So let's just try that, shall we? So let's just unplug that. Let's pick another sound on here. So I'm going to sample that, but just via the microphone. So I'll hit record. Stop. Will it load that sample? And there we go. Like I said, it does have a really good sampling time. I mean, even sample whiz, which I wish was on Audiobus, only has 10 seconds. Okay, so hopefully we just sampled on a C again. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's plug this back into the mixer. Take sustain off. I think it must just default to sustain when you play it. So see, it sampled your C to F sharp. So let's just try something more interesting. Let's sample an F sharp and play a C. This happened with the guitar yesterday because I was sampling through the mic, so I don't know how it's altering when it's going direct. But anyway, here we go. Let's so that was an F sharp sampled. God knows how it's sampling and why it's sampling the way it samples and what have you. Anyway, so there you go. But that's a bit of a problem, I think. Other than that, as a standalone thing, you could run different samples through it, I suppose. Organ, I think. Oh, steel guitar. Yeah, okay. Well, it does a few other things as well. I think you can record little bits and pieces. I haven't tried this yet, but there you go. See, it's even recorded it into that as well. I would probably wait until the developer decides to sort out the actual pitching thing, unless he wants to tell us how to pitch to the right key, because otherwise it's not a great deal of point really, because it would be very difficult to record anything from VoKey into Audiobus. So I'd hang fire on that. If that gets sorted out and makes it easy, then it's okay for special effects, samples, bangs, clacks, drum machines, drum hits, stuff like that would be fine, because you're not so reliant on pitch. But I want it to be in the right pitch, and I want to see, if I want to sample a C, I'd like to map to C on VoKey, or at least want its map to be able to sort the scaling out. One thing it does do, so if you've got you can map to keyboard, which is if you record several different samples, then you can map them over several different keys, so that's okay. Anyway, there you go, VoKey. Just needs to sort out the pitching problem really. See you later, guys.